When you see an older loved one struggle to get out of a chair or hesitate before taking a step, it can stop you in your tracks. It's not just about the movement itself, it's about what it represents. Independence slipping away, and with it, confidence, freedom, and dignity. I've heard countless adult children tell me the same story. Dad was always strong, but the first time he fell, it changed everything. Suddenly, we weren't sure if he could live alone anymore. Those moments are scary, but they don't have to be inevitable. That's why today's conversation is so important. I'm joined by Zane Daugherty, owner of Send Me a Pro San Jose West, and a certified personal trainer who specializes in working with seniors, midlife professionals, and families navigating the sandwich generation. Zane and his team bring personalized in-home and community-based fitness programs that don't just build strength and balance, they help protect independence for years to come. We're going to explore how the right kind of fitness done the right way can prevent decline, rebuild confidence, and even bring families closer together. Whether you're worried about a parent losing mobility or you're trying to stay strong for your own kids and parents, this episode will give you practical tools and fresh hope. I'm Corpus, a senior transition specialist and real estate expert based in the San Francisco Bay Area and a proud member of the sandwich generation. I created this podcast to make senior living conversations easier and to give families the insights they need to make confident, informed choices. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast, where we help families navigate senior living, real estate, and everything in between. Hosted by Senior Transition Specialist Dale Corpus, this show brings you expert insights, real solutions, and stress-free strategies to make senior transitions simple. Ready to dive in? Let's go.
And we're back, everybody. Zane, welcome to the show today. How are you?
Doing great. How are you, Dale?
Good. Hey, you're looking fit as usual.
Thanks.
So, hey, let's just jump into this. What inspired you to specialize in working with older adults rather than just a typical gym crowd?
Well, we received more and more requests from older adults,
Okay.
especially in the last few months, a couple of years. So I think that the older population seems to be growing. At least the baby boomers are starting to get into their 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
And they need a place to live other than their home oftentimes, or they need help with someone coming to their home
Yeah.
and rather than traveling somewhere. And oftentimes even midlife professionals want that as well, because they're so busy helping to take care of the baby boomers who are now older. Their parents are getting older to where they're more busy kind of helping to take care of their parents. So I think that the demand has just grown over the last, I'd say, 6 months to a year especially. What's nice about the midlife professionals and seniors is that they seem to be really coachable and serious and open, having a professional come, and they understand the importance of having a pro that knows what they're doing and paying for it. They're okay with actually paying for an expert who knows what they're doing because they've been around the block a few times. They understand that you get what you pay for, and not that we're way out of budget or anything. We're pretty much right in the middle, actually. It's called fair pricing, or right in the middle as far as the price for a quality certified in-home trainer to travel to them. So they understand the value and they understand the importance of having a qualified, verified, background checked, certified pro come to them to actually help them get results with the least amount of time and trouble possible.
Yeah, I mean, you get them the results quicker too. I mean, because somebody could go on YouTube, but the people going on YouTube they're not able to get direct feedback from a professional like you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And the accountability is there. And an actual person that comes and understands them, and they develop a relationship with that trainer where they trust the trainer and they know that they have the knowledge to help them. And so personable and professional accountability is huge when it comes to people. If you watch a YouTube channel, you have to kind of stop what you're doing, watch it. You have to be self-driven to do that. And a lot of people, they start off being consistent, but because they don't have somebody actually coming to them to meet with, it's not an actual appointment that's scheduled in their calendar. It's not prioritized. The time is not blocked off. Then that time ends up getting taken over by other seemingly more important things in their lives, and then their health ends up taking a back shelf. And then all of a sudden they realize, man, I really need to do something now. And they're serious, and that's when they reach out to me. So in some, it's because when they reach out to me, they're usually at a point where they're serious. They've already tried many other things.
Yeah.
They oftentimes already tried traveling to a gym.
Yep.
If they're not able to be consistent with that because they're so busy, they've got so much on their plate, and they're managing so many things.
Yeah.
And so they understand that, okay, my time is very valuable. How can I really be consistent over time? What is it going to take for me to put in X amount of time, these many days, consistently?
Yeah.
They've already tried this, and this, traveling to a gym, watching YouTube videos, even hiring a trainer at a gym. Then when the package is over, sometimes they don't even finish their package with the trainer at the gym.
Yeah, I get it.
Because they have to travel, they have to take time out. And so what they do is they say, okay, this is my schedule. And what we do is we say, these are the times that you can choose. Actually, what we do is we allow them to choose when they want to train, and they tell us what their schedule is. And then we let them know, these are the trainers on my team. I have a team of 19 trainers and growing. So these are the trainers that have responded available to you based on your schedule and on your needs and your goals. And when that trainer on my team responds available, then you know the trainer is saying, I am available for your schedule. And that makes them confident to move forward after they've even had a chance to read their profile, their bio, their specialties, their current client reviews are on there as well.
Yeah.
And they can then purchase the pack and move forward with hiring the trainer all on our Send Me a Pro platform and app, our website as well.
Right. Sounds easy enough. Hey, a related question. Was there a defining moment where you realized senior fitness could truly change the course of someone's life?
Yes. So one of our first success stories with the senior citizen, she was in her late 70s, Joan.
Okay.
And Joan came to us. She was actually a prayer intercessor in my dad's prayer group at Valley Christian School, where my dad has worked for close to 4 years now.
Okay.
And so I met Joan, very dedicated lady, very nice, very humble. And she said, I need a trainer now because I need to figure out how to get better balance. And then when we met with her, my trainer on my team, Sarah, and I met with Joan and her husband at their home. She said, also, not just balance, but my doctor said, you need to lose about 20 pounds in order for us to operate on you and remove your umbilical hernia. She had an umbilical hernia, but her doctor said, you need to lose about 20 pounds before we can operate and remove your umbilical hernia. So she was very motivated, and she was in her late 70s, about 78, I believe. And so the trainer on my team, Sarah, she and I met with her and her husband, Dick, and we helped them to develop a program that would actually work. And believe it or not, in about 2 months, she lost 20 pounds because she was dedicated with her workouts with us and her nutrition. And so in 4 months, she lost close to 30 pounds. She lost close to 30 pounds in the first 2 months. She lost almost what she needed. And then the doctor was able to operate on her and remove the umbilical hernia. And also, she wasn't able to step up with her left knee, and she was able to step up the stairs with her left knee after that as well. So she got stronger, lost weight, and she had better balance. And she was so happy about that she did a video for us telling us how happy she was. And at that point, I realized we really are helping people. This is really exciting. I think I'm going to continue to see how we can help the senior citizens as well as the midlife professionals and younger crowd.
Yeah. I mean, in addition to all the, the physical benefits, I'm sure that also was great for her mental health too, right?
But yes, it was. It was great for her mental health. She was so happy that she felt better. She's able to have better balance and just felt better. And she knew that she did. It was great. So we have the before and after pictures of Jonah, and it's amazing the transformation that you can see just in the picture. And the first picture, she was looking forward, didn't look too happy. The second picture, she turned her head and she was smiling.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I want to move on to something else. Let's talk about the independence connection. So many seniors fear losing independence more than anything else.
Right.
How does fitness directly protect that independence?
Yes, fitness is so important. The way that fitness helps seniors is that it helps reduce their fear of falling and losing their independence. So the reason is because when we meet with them, we show them exercises that help not only create better strength,
Yeah.
but flexibility and balance. So those three things we help seniors with is increasing strength, balance, and flexibility. And when you combine that, the exercises that have been shown and proven to help seniors with that, then they're able to be more confident. They will not fall because they're stronger, they're more balanced, and they're more flexible. And they have more energy. They are more confident throughout the day, and they feel more independent because they're stronger when they go about doing their tasks, when they're walking around their home,
Right.
when they're cooking a meal, when they're going to the store,
Right.
and so on. So that's how it helps our seniors to keep their independence longer and to age gracefully.
Yep. What's the earliest sign you've noticed that someone need intervention to prevent decline? Intervention with, working with a trainer such as yourself.
So what are some signs? That's a great question. I would say we hope to help the senior before they actually have a fall. But
Okay.
unfortunately, sometimes that's what happens is they have some sort of an injury. Let's say it could be minor. It could
Yeah.
be to where they went down on their knee too hard, so they have an injured knee, or their lower back starts to hurt, or their joints start to ache too much when they walk. It could be a lot of factors to where they start to feel like, okay, this is the time where if I don't start doing something, I'm going to go downhill fast.
Yeah.
And I'm going to lose my independence quickly. And oftentimes, unfortunately, it is a heart attack. It is a stroke. So there are times in their life where they have a turning point and they realize, okay, I don't want to go down this path anymore because I had a minor heart attack or stroke, and now I have to work on my strength and mobility back on my right side of my body. And it's not too late. So they know that they can do something now so that they can stay around longer for their children and grandchildren.
Got it. Now, how do you adapt exercises for someone who has joint pain or a past injury?
So with seniors, it's important to have low impact on joints. So oftentimes aquatic fitness, because when they're in the water, it really helps reduce their body weight. So it's less impact, less weight on their joints. So normally a senior is not going to be able to run too much or too fast. But in the water, they can actually do that. Okay. But when they do it, they have the resistance from the water.
Right.
All right. So similarly, even if they're not in the water, we can do some of those exercises outside of the water. Obviously, we're going to be doing exercises that are low impact. So they're not going to be jumping up in the air probably, right?
Right.
But they are going to be doing motions that help to engage their total body. So oftentimes it's functional exercises that involve their whole body. So walking in place with high knees,
Yeah.
Getting the knees going, doing arm circle rotations and hip rotations, trunk twist, and oftentimes we also do some good mornings. So that means their back is completely flat, but they hinge at the lower back just slightly because that strengthens the lower back when we do the good morning exercises. And we do all kinds of rotational exercises, okay? So because the joints start to go first. So we do wrist rotations, even the neck rotations gently though. We tell them to always just relax when you do your rotations. Don't force it. Only go back as far as you can until you feel a slight little stretch and then go back to the other side. And we don't want them to go too fast, to do too much too fast, because that's going to also not be a good thing. So we start them off at their own pace. And that's in general what we do is low impact on joints. We engage the whole body, do a lot of rotational exercises, and we start off with what's called dynamic stretching, which means that you stretch while you move your body. But with seniors, they still can move their body. They still can stretch, most of them. They just need to have the workout to where it's tailored to their own ability level. So we have to really be mindful of where they're at with their ability. And that comes with when we first meet with the senior during the first 15 minutes to 20 minutes, we do an assessment. We review their goals they've already indicated with us when they signed up. They already filled out on the app what their goals are, and they told us, and I spoke with them typically on the phone about it. And then when they get matched up with their trainer also reviews their goals. They also review the form that they fill out, which is the health history questionnaire, the medical history health questionnaire form. And then we're able to be prepared for that first session, knowing what we're going to be doing with that client. But then we confirm with them their goals first in person with an assessment.
Yeah.
And after about 15 minutes or so, we then actually start the workout because they paid us for a training session. They didn't take up an entire session just doing an assessment.
Right.
So that's why we do that process that way. And we are able to tailor the workout according to their abilities. So during the assessment, we ask questions. We oftentimes have them do some basic exercises to see what their form is when they do the exercises. If they're able to sit down and come up off the chair properly, we teach proper posture. When they go down to sit in a chair, keep their back upright and straight. Don't curve the spine. Keep the shoulders even arched back slightly, and the neck lifting forward and even slightly up. And then you sit down without hunching their neck or back. Go all the way down and then come all the way up. And we teach them proper form on how to do a chair squat. And so if we see that they're really struggling with that, then we're going to work our way up slowly to help them do a chair squat. And if they're not able to do a chair squat, then we do chair exercises, especially with seniors that are in the senior living homes. They're in memory care or skilled nursing section. Then we do the exercises while they're sitting down, and we just help them do whatever they can while they're sitting with strengthening their muscles, their legs. So even if they're in a chair, they can still lift their knees up probably and get them as high as they can while they're sitting in the chair. Just while they're sitting, they can be doing something in the chair with their legs coming up and down, and leg extensions where they kick their legs out, and then we can have them do core exercises in the chair too. When they they can cross the knee over and reach over to the opposite side.
Right.
And work those core and obliques, get them twisting a little bit and having fun. And then they can even do some fun exercises with dumbbells, light dumbbells.
Right.
But they have things too I've seen just have a lot of fun with, just like the ball, like a balloon. They can just have fun throwing it to the instructor and the instructor. So it's hand-eye coordination, right? And we incorporate music. So for senior Zumba classes and Tai Chi and so on, we have a lot of music and movement where they have music from their own genre.
Yeah.
And they enjoy it. It brings back a lot of fun memories, oftentimes with that music. And so that's what we do.
Now, I want to backtrack a little bit about balance, because you mentioned how important it is. Wanted to dive a little bit deeper on that.
Sure.
What role does balance training play in fall prevention, and what does that look like in practice? And I'm sure some of the things you already mentioned answer some of this.
Sure. What role does balance play in fall prevention? So
Yeah.
a senior needs to, you've heard the term, if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if the senior doesn't use their muscles enough to engage their muscles that have to do with balance meaning when they're walking, they're not more likely to fall or hobbling. They're walking straight. If they can kind of get off balance, their foot can be fast enough to step forward to catch themselves. So how do you develop those fast twitch muscles in seniors so they're fast enough to catch themselves if they get off balance? So the way we do that is we have classes that help strengthen their muscles that are like the fast twitch muscles, the muscles that allow them to respond quickly and are strong enough and flexible enough to do that, because as seniors age, their bones get weaker. Even osteoporosis happens oftentimes. And so what prevents osteoporosis is weight-bearing exercises that strengthen the muscle, because when the muscle is strengthened, it helps prevent the thinning of the bones or osteoporosis. And so if their bones are strong enough, if their muscles are strong enough, they can respond quickly without hurting their bones or their joints, tendons, and muscles. So how do we do that? We simply do exercises that help strengthen, oftentimes rotations. If I can put my camera down, you can see it better, but
Yeah.
if they're in their chair, we do leg circles.
Yeah. I
So
got you.
leg raises. Okay. So lateral leg raises,
Yeah.
all kinds of different hip rotations to strengthen their hip and the muscles that surround their pelvis and their core. Very
Yeah.
important to have a strong core. And when we do exercises like that, that engage their hip, core, abductors and adductors, that's the inner and outer hip. And then we oftentimes even just simply do hip rotations.
Yeah.
You can see, because all kinds of exercises to where they have to have good balance.
Yeah.
All right. And so simple exercises like that. And another one, a great one, is the opener, where they have their arm here
Okay.
and they reach down and they tap the inside of the opposite leg.
Yeah.
They stretch their lower back, but they keep their back flat, and they reach back. And when they reach back, they're balancing themselves because their legs are out like this.
Yeah.
And so that's something that oftentimes our seniors can do. If they can't do that yet, or if they're just not in a condition to do that, then we just have them do all kinds of exercises that cross over their midsection.
Okay.
Because when they cross over the midsection, that helps them engage the muscles that help them balance, because they have to have the muscles to prevent them from falling over. And so, and just if you don't use it, you lose it. So we help them use it more often so they won't lose it.
I want to segue into something else.
Sure.
So moving on, let's talk about overcome mental and emotional barriers.
Okay.
Many seniors think it's too late to start. How do you bust that myth?
It's not too late to start. So if they're still breathing, if they're still able to move, then let's help them move.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's because movement often lifts the mood.
Okay.
It helps them be happier. Studies have shown that even 10 minutes of exercise a day or around that can help increase positive mood.
Right.
Just getting outside, breathing fresh air, going for a walk even. It doesn't have to be anything incredibly difficult or time-consuming. But we try to find things that are enjoyable for our clients, and then we do that. We try to have a good time, even joke a little bit, not be always so serious and not be like a drill sergeant. In no way do we ever try to be condescending or putting anyone down and saying, oh, come on, you can do better than that. Come on. That's not the tone we have.
Right.
It's kind of an encouraging tone. It's, you're doing great, and I know that your goal is to do one more set, so let's do it together. It's always a positive, encouraging tone, and they like that.
Yeah.
Like to be challenged. They pay us to help hold them accountable, and they want that, but want us to do it in a way that shows respect.
That's understandable. What advice do you have for adult children who want to encourage a reluctant parent to exercise?
I think the adult children, the parents want a relationship with their children.
Yeah.
They want to feel respected. They don't, their children saying, come on, mom or dad, don't be lazy. Let's go. I know you can get outside. But that's not what's going to help them. What's going to help them is, mom or dad, I care about you. I love you. And I just want to see if there's something that we could do together.
Yeah.
To where maybe we can do, that's fun for you too. And we can spend time together, but get out and move and help you with your health and fitness. Cause I want to see you around as long as possible. You see that? And that's different than, I just feel like, come on, let's go, mom or dad.
Yeah.
Why are you sitting around so much or whatever? Showing understanding and respect, but they understand that you're saying that, okay, I do need to get more exercise. I do need to get involved in consistently maybe hiring a trainer to come to my home because I'm not going to do it on my own. So the child needs to go about it in the right way and say, I want to see you around longer. What's going to help you, mom or dad, to be consistent with your workouts? I can get the process started. I can contact Zane at Senior Pro, or because they helped me out. They helped my children out. They can help you too.
It's how you approach it. It's so much more encouraging in the way you're recommending. How do you help clients rebuild motivation after a health setback or hospitalization?
I would say have patience because that process takes quite a while.
Right.
Let them know that the experts with Senior Pro will start where you are. Let's get you started doing something. As soon as your doctor approves you to have a physical personal trainer come to your home that knows how to help you and a customized program for you,
Yeah.
let's do that because I want to see you get well as soon as possible.
Yep.
Not regress and go backward. So that's really, I think, that method or attitude to have is patience.
Yeah.
And then know that we can help them even right after an injury or soon after, as soon as they're able to exercise with doctor approval. And let's get you started as soon as possible.
Right. You obviously work with midlife professionals as well, caring for parents and kids. How does fitness for them benefit the whole family?
Very good question. So the midlife professionals oftentimes are the sandwich generation. So they
Right.
are right in the middle. They're taking care of their children, sometimes even their children's children,
Yeah.
and their aging parents.
Right.
So they have a lot on their plate. So if we help the midlife professionals in their 50s, 60s, even higher, then we can oftentimes get referred to help their parents or their children because they've already received the help that they need and they're enjoying it, they're loving it. Then they see my parents really use a trainer too, or
Yeah.
my children can. And in fact, my son's child needs that what would be 12 and or 13. And
Right.
they could really use trainer for soccer or whatever it is. We do have sports performance types of trainers on our team too that can train children or young adults. We do, of course, primarily focus our marketing efforts on the midlife professionals, but that doesn't mean that we are not able to train other age groups. We can, but the midlife professionals we found are probably the highest percentage of clients that reach out to us.
Yeah.
Kind of by default or organically because they're the generation that are the most ready to do something about their health and wellness right now.
Okay. On a related note, what strategies help busy caregivers caring for, aging parents and even just managing kids fit in workouts without sacrificing time for their loved ones?
So we have different options. So the strategies are we have a 30-minute, 45-minute, or an hour for time slots. And during
Right.
those times, we have exercises that help to produce the most results during the least amount of time and hassle for our client. It's convenient, it's time efficient.
Yeah.
We create the exercises that will help produce the most results in the least amount of time and trouble.
Okay.
So we know what works best and what doesn't. And so we design the workout even in 30 minutes to help energize the client, to help engage the most amount of muscles as possible. So it's called compound exercises.
Okay.
Once we go through a proper warm-up, which includes oftentimes compound exercises, that means that we do exercises that work multiple muscles in the same exercise.
Okay.
So we accomplish more per unit of time because we engage more muscles in the exercise. Instead of later in the workout, we can do isolation exercises. But at the beginning, we get through the warm-up, we get through the workout, and then towards the end, we can focus on certain muscle groups if the client chooses to for isolation exercises. So we include a lot of body calisthenics. That means body weight exercises. We include also some free weights, but we don't really need a whole lot of machines to get a great workout.
Yeah.
We could, if the client has that type of a request where, let's say they're not a midlife professional, they are competing in a bodybuilding competition. We don't have those clients, and we've been able to help those younger clients too, where we do train them with more weight. Generally, the majority of our clients, about 70% in the bell curve, right in the middle, are clients in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. They can get the best workout in about 30 to 45 minutes with mostly body weight exercises, compound exercise, some free weights, such as dumbbells, or a pedal and a yoga mat. And that's really pretty much mostly what our clients need to get a great workout and they get the results. And so to answer your question, able to do it because they don't have to travel to a gym. That saves them time. They just 30 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week or more. But typically that's really all it needs. It's around 2 or 3 times a week, consistent. Yeah. That's the key, is being consistent. Because we come to them, it saves them time. We get it done in about half an hour or 45 minutes, maximum an hour. That's how they're able to do it because most people, if they have enough priority to get fit, they will take time at least or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
30, 45 minutes or an hour by having a trainer come to them.
Now, when I first met you, I just thought you had a unique niche in the sense that I also know you do group classes at senior living communities. Not many trainers do that, but how do you design group fitness programs for independent, assisted, and memory care residents differently?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we have the independent living group, we have the assisted living group, and we have the memory care and skilled nursing groups. And with independent living, it looks quite a bit different because they can pretty much live independently. They can walk without walkers or wheelchairs, generally speaking. They can be in the pool. They can participate in classes that engage the client while not having to sit down in a chair and do exercises for seniors that are still low impact on joints. The seniors like to be challenged. They like to be able to have fun while they work out.
Yeah.
We can, of course, go through a full body warm-up routine, really working on rotational exercises, dynamic stretching, especially keeping the posture upright. In the first 15 minutes with independent living, they've pretty much done a full body warm-up routine. And in the next 15 minutes, they can incorporate more challenging exercises, such as weight-bearing exercises with dumbbells. So they can actually do resistance training during a session, but they have to really have proper form. And that's what why it's important to have a certified personal trainer who knows how to train seniors, be able to show them exactly what type of form they need to have and keep an eye on them while they're doing it, demonstrating it in front of the class. So that's the independent living group. Memory care, for the most part, they're sitting down. If they want to stand, they can stand. But we have exercises called happy feet while they're in their chair. They're tapping their feet like this really fast, going forward like this with music, and doing all kinds of fun things. Our instructor, Aida Jimena, for example, our Zumba instructor, she has so much energy. She loves to smiling while they're singing the oldies songs like Rock Around the Clock, and they're doing this. And it's just a blast being in there watching it. One of the classes, they were singing the YMCA song. YMCA. While I was looking around, I was doing a video, and they're smiling, and they're just moving like that. And so even memory care, they want to have fun too.
Right.
And because they're more limited, they really want to have fun, and they're really committed to these classes. I mean, even on holidays, they're asking to come there and loving that. And then the memory care, they still want to be there. They come in their wheelchairs. They're sitting there. Yeah. And sometimes it takes them a while to get going, but they're looking up and looking at the instructor, and they just start moving and doing what they can. But then eventually they start to move a little bit more. And because oftentimes there's music with the classes with memory care also, and we still do seated Tai Chi and exercises that are peaceful, but really help them feel happy.
Yeah.
And when they feel happy, then the endorphins go up and they are healthier, because you've heard of the term laughter is good medicine for the bones. When laughter is important, and feeling connected and coming into the classes and being around their friends, being with an instructor that cares about them because they see them every week and they actually look forward to seeing them. We have instructors like that. That's the kind of instructors I look for, because they love what they do. They look forward to going and seeing their friends again. Yeah. Their class, it's not just a class. It's people that realize these are real people that I can get to know, and even though it's just in this class format, I can engage in fun exercises and watch them smile. And afterwards, oftentimes, they can hang around for a couple minutes just saying, how's it going? How are you doing? How do you feel? Are you able to stay hydrated? Are you getting your exercise during the week? What do you do for exercise? Things like just encouraging them along the way is what we like to do as well, before and after the classes, as much as we can.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing is you're creating a sense of community, sense of connection. Seniors feel like they're involved in something, and just it keeps all their faculties alert and whatnot. Just creating happiness, and I love that. You're doing great work.
Yeah.
Moving on, I know you're not a dietitian, but you give nutrition guidance. What's one simple change that makes a huge difference in energy and mobility?
I would say less restrictive diets and just enjoying food. But enjoying it in the sense that you are more educated on food that serves you well, not the opposite. So when people are too stressed about food and they're on a restrictive diet, it doesn't last. So what they need to do is actually eat smarter, not necessarily work harder.
Okay.
Just eat your way to success. What do I mean by that? I mean, eat foods that are whole food based, taste good, but nutrient dense.
Yeah.
We need to sometimes change our habits or change our taste buds, but when we start to taste the food that is actually nutrient dense and tastes good, then we won't want to go back those greasy potato chips when we have the real thing and the real whole potato with the skin and we have it and it's done right. It's an organic potato because it's not bitter, because oftentimes if you vegetables and fruit without the pesticides, it actually tastes better. It's more sweet. Vegetables and fruit actually are supposed to taste good, even raw a lot of times, and the whole fruit.
Yeah.
Same with whole food. So whole grain, it's actually, once you start to make that transition, you start to taste the richness of food again, and you'll look forward to eating healthy. Not to say you'll never crave something unhealthy or desserts, but because you're already mostly filled with good food, it reduces your cravings because you don't want to feel bad by eating that food. It'll make you feel bad, and you know it. So you have less of it. When you do have a craving, oftentimes you stop because like, well, I'm full. I don't want to have more cookie, or I don't want to have more cake, all right? Because I'm at a birthday party and I do want to enjoy the birthday cake, but I'm going to have a little thin slice and that's fine. I'm full after that. Small portions. No.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
One of my last questions is this.
Yeah.
What's one small movement or stretch seniors can start doing today that will have a big payoff over time?
One small movement or stretch. Okay, and let's see. I think with seniors, it seems to be, for me, if I had to choose one, it would be walking with high knees.
Okay.
Opposite arm, opposite leg. And eventually what you do, let me see if I can.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So eventually what you do, you have them see if they can do the leg extension and kick them out. Okay. What does that do? Why would I say that's the most important? Well, because first of all, it's functional. That's what they do during the day.
Uh-huh.
It engages multiple muscles at the same time or the same exercise. It's time efficient. Just think about all the muscles it engages.
Yeah.
Quads, hip flexor, core, because you have to have a strong core to balance. Flexor, because you're stretching that hamstring. When you go like this, you're working your shoulders, or working your biceps, triceps.
Right.
Okay. And you're working your chest. And you're working your back.
Yeah.
So you're working almost the whole body, not as much the neck, but okay, because they can work the neck later. But,
right.
So it's a very good exercise. If I had to choose one, it probably would be that one.
Perfect. Yeah. And lastly, how can people reach you if they're interested in working with you or having you serve their senior living community?
So one of the best ways is simply to call me, and my number is on the back of my shirt and on my trainer's shirts.
Nice.
408-844-4790.
Love that. All right. Zane, thank you so much for being here and sharing your passion. What you're doing goes far beyond fitness. You're giving seniors the strength, confidence, and independence to live life on their own terms. I really appreciate the heart and dedication you bring to this conversation. And for those of you listening, if your loved one is considering senior living and you need to figure out what to do with their home, let's talk, schedule a free consultation, and learn more about my services at www.simplifyseniortransitions.com. Have a quick question, DM me anytime on Instagram at soldbydale. And don't forget, the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast is available on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all the major platforms. Go check out past episodes and share them with someone who could use this information. If you found this interview helpful, please leave a 5-star review, subscribe, and pass this along to a friend. Thanks so much for tuning in. Zane, one last thank you for being on the show with me today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dale, for having me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And for everyone else, I'll see you next time on the Simplify Senior Transitions podcast.